Hi guys, Tommy in here with Slab Boxing, proudly sponsored by Empire Fight Store. Today I'm joined by WBA International super-welterweight champion Caoimhin Agyarko. How are we doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. Just started camp and stuff, so yeah, I'm good.
We've had a strange week domestically. We were expecting Sea Shields against Marshall. What's the general feel amongst boxers regarding the postponement of that fight?
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate for the ladies. Obviously they've trained so hard towards this fight, and it's one of them ones where you're trying to get it right, especially a big fight like that for undisputed. Yeah, so it's kind of put a downer on a lot of the fighters. Obviously, they've. I'm not sure if there's another date set. I think it's meant to be the 19th of October, but or something like that. That's or the 16th of October. But
Yeah.
I mean that's another 5 weeks of training on top of the camp that they've already did. So yeah, it's not great for boxing at the moment.
Does it hurt that other sports have been allowed to continue? You've seen England play South Africa at cricket. Do you feel like that's a bit of a contradiction, maybe, that they can play but you can't box? Well, not you personally, but boxers in general.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think if you look at the kind of um you had cricket, you have tennis, golf, and all still going ahead. But the homegrown sports like boxing and football and stuff like that has been postponed. So it doesn't really make sense for me. It's one rule for one and another for the rest. So yeah, it's not great. I mean, I think all sports should have just went ahead. Boxing a sport where it's a lot different to football or the rest of them. Do you know what I mean? Boxing, you've got to peak at the right time. You don't fight, you don't get paid, and stuff like that. You've got to manage weight and whatever else. So yeah, it's unfortunate, and either you postpone all sports or you just let them all go ahead.
One of the main talking points around your career at the moment is the fact that you've dropped down from middleweight to super welter. What was the thought process behind that move, and how comfortable are you feeling at the new weight?
Yeah, I think I was making middleweight a bit too easy, and obviously giving advantages away to my opponents in terms of they're probably coming down from light heavy or a bit heavier. Um, they're a lot bigger in terms of height and stuff. So of my team and me kind of made the decision to move down and thought that it would benefit me if I could maintain my power and strength at light middleweight, and if I could do it comfortably and be healthy at the weight, then there was no reasoning on not to go down. So yeah, I'm feeling great at the weight, and I think it was the correct decision.
No problems with the cut then?
No, no problems at all with the cut. I mean, I actually made light middleweight easier than I ever made middleweight because I did it right. I always make do the weight right, but I employed a nutritionist, and um yeah, like the day before the weigh in, I had 3 meals. I was still loading up on my water intake, and yeah, I made it comfortably.
We saw your 154 debut against Lucas Makiek in your last fight. You proved you can do 10 rounds the super welterweight. How happy were you with that performance?
Um, I was happy but not satisfied. I mean, it was a good performance for my first one at 154 against someone who's never been stopped. Obviously, I went 10 rounds, but there was a lot of things going on in the background where I thought it hindered my performance, and um, I felt like I could have got him out of there if them things weren't going on. And with it being my first fight at 154 as well, I kind of didn't want to run out of gas and put too much in, put my foot in the pedal too early in the fight. And that's something that I got to learn, that I know I can do 10 rounds with ease, and I know I've got a lot in the tank. So yeah, like I said, I was happy with the win, but not satisfied.
Is there a bit of self expectation maybe that you need to be stopping these guys having come down in weight?
Oh yeah, without that. I carry the power. There's no doubt about that. But it's just in the manner that I go, and sometimes I'm too not cautious, but too thinking of defense first rather than let my hands go. And yeah, I think moving down to 154, especially, like I was knocking people out at 160, so there's no reason why I shouldn't be stopping people at 154.
the weight classes is definitely a hot topic in the UK scene at the moment with Eubank-Benn around the corner. Having experienced fights at 154 and 160, how difficult do you think it will be for Conor Benn to make the jump from 147 to 160?
Definitely, it's going to be difficult. Listen, it's £13 difference, and even though Conor Benn probably sits around 160, 165 starting off in camp, and I know that he spars people like Felix Cash and John Ryder in his gym, so he's used to being in there with bigger lads, but it is different on the night when you're in there with someone who's a lot bigger. So he has got a challenge on his hand, and listen, I think it's also a challenge for Chris Eubank. Do you know what I mean? There's a weight restriction there. He's having to come down to 156 or 157, and he can't fully rehydrate or something. So both of them have challenges to overcome, but it's a very entertaining, exciting fight, and I think both their styles will clash, and I look forward to watching it.
Can you pick a winner for that fight?
I'm gonna go with Conor Benn. Younger, fresher, hungrier fighter. I think if he can get past the first 4 or 5 rounds without taking any damage, I can see Chris Eubank fading late and Ben having a lot more in the tank to put it on him. I definitely think Ben's got the power to keep him humble. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Conor Benn.
Do you think he's got the power to stop Eubank?
I don't know if he has the power to stop Eubank, but he definitely has the power to keep him to keep him kind of humble and not take anything for granted. Listen, one thing you can say about Chris Eubank is he's got a great chin. He's been in with the likes of George Groves, who was a big puncher, and he was able to take his shots. So I wouldn't say it's a tough one. Obviously, anything can happen in boxing, but I would see this either going the points or Eubank just being too big and stopping Ben. But I'm gonna go with Ben points.
Another big change in your life is a change in trainer. How are you finding life under Joe McNally at Rotunda?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I feel like it's a new chapter, a new start. I feel like a kid at school. The one that's enjoying school. It's been class. I love training with Joe and Declan O'Rourke, and every day in the gym's a learning day. I'm going to be a completely different fighter, without doubt. Joe's added so much to my game already, and we've only been with each other a couple of weeks, and he's just correcting me on the small details that I'm doing wrong, and I think this is a perfect match.
People often forget that a change of trainers and a change of gyms often means that fighters must move. How are you settling in Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool's great. It's a great city. I've been here before. I fought here in December, and Liverpool's got a great fighting background, and it's very similar to Belfast. The people get behind their fighters and support, and I hope that they can get behind me. This is my home away from home, and like I said, it's very similar to Belfast, and it's only 40 minutes on a flight. So the people are very similar. They're very friendly, and they've welcomed me. So I'm loving it up here in Liverpool. Obviously, I was in London beforehand, and it's two completely different places. So it's been great.
Your new stablemate Liam Smith fought last weekend in a strange contest with Hassan Moquinha. What's the reaction been like in the McNally stable, and do you think we'll see a rematch?
We won't see a rematch now. I felt sorry for Liam because I've seen how hard he trained, and I know that he would have wanted to put on a punch perfect performance and get a real knockout against Hassan and in his home city. But I think Hassan denied him of that. But listen, I think it's one of them ones where Hassan his balls dropped and he shit the bucket, and he used to train actually in Rotunda with Joe and used to spar Liam. So they expected that. They just didn't expect it to be that early.
The title that I'm thinking you could be going for is the European, with Milan Pratt now holding it. Is that a focus of yours? Or are you more focused on maybe the big domestic names like Ted Cheeseman, Josh Kelly?
No, I'm focused on the European title. I'm not a domestic fighter. I'm obviously I'm Irish, so I won't be going down the domestic route. If it was for a European title, then it makes sense for your likes of your Kellys, Troy Williamsons and stuff like that. I think Ted Cheeseman's retired at the moment anyway. But yeah, I mean, I think the EBU title is vacant at the moment. I think Abbas Baru is maybe fighting another German for it. So yeah, I mean that's my goal towards the end of next year. I want to push on the European level, pick up a European title, and then move on to world level.
When can we expect to next see you out then? Is it going to be in Liverpool or is it going to be in Belfast? What's the plan?
I'll have news hopefully dropping this week. It'll be end of October, start of November. So my team's just working on something at the moment, but no venues can be announced yet. But yeah, I'll be out within the next month or two, and yeah, I look forward to fighting and getting back onto those bright lights.
Finally, what's your goals over the next 12 to 18 months, and also in 5 years' time, where do you want to be?
I think over the next 12 to 18 months, pick up a European title and become a household name and start headlining shows back home in Belfast. That's my goal. Within the next 5 years, I hope to be retired, to be honest with you. I'm 25, 26 this year. I've always said that I'll get out of the game early, 31, 32. So maybe I've got 5, 6 years left, but I've been doing this since I was 7 years old, and I'm not in it really to make money. I'm in it to be a world champion. Obviously the money will come. But yeah, 5 years time, I want to be the first Black Irish world champion. Maybe I'll move up and be a 2-time world champion. And yeah, just invest my money and own a successful business. That's the plan.
In terms of going back to Belfast, is Michael Conlon a bit of an inspiration there? You've seen the atmosphere he gets. Is that what you want for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, the Belfast and Irish fans get behind their fighters. I've got an unbelievable fan base, and I'm thankful that the Irish fans get behind me and support me, and they believe in me. So yeah, it's definitely. I think like growing up, I used to watch Carl Frampton and go to his shows, and the atmosphere used to be unbelievable. So he's kind of set that mark, and I hope I can replicate that.
Caoimhin, cheers for your time, mate. You've been an absolute star. Wish you all the best for the future, pal.
No problem. Thank you very much.